So here I am with another game in my 131, this time on Himmelsdorf. As you can see, I'm in a platoon with two other 131s. Usually, I never platoon lights, never multiple lights in one platoon anyway. On most maps, there's not a whole lot for multiple lights to do, like there are only so many places you can spot and so many tanks you can spot for. But it was our last game of the night, so we wanted to have some fun, and Himmelsdorf was actually one of the worst maps we could have gotten for 3 light tanks. Because there's not a whole lot that a light should be doing on Himmelsdorf that a medium couldn't also do with more health and generally more damage. I'm not paying attention to the game and I misjudged when I run right into the edge of the map. But we decided to just run up the 1-2 line. The other option we could have done was going up the hill, but the hill probably would have been a more of a straight fight, and we just don't have the health for that, so we gambled they won't send too much this side, so we just overwhelm it. And just surprise it and DPN it down with our great guns. So right off the bat, AC-46, he misses his shot, and we're able to, Nakamo's able to get behind him and kill him. Since Nakamo's got that 46 handled, Gavin and I go for the Tiger. As you can see, I'm using auto-aim. This is just after 9.0 came out, so I was probably using auto-aim more than I should, but I was trying to get a feel for how the new auto-aim worked. It obviously doesn't work in the replays. You can see the reticle just doing its own thing. New auto-aim aims a lot lower on tanks, and it's not as bad as I feared it would be at first when I started trying it, after I've gotten more experience with it, but it definitely changes it. You will sometimes shoot under tanks instead of hitting them because of how low the auto-aim goes. The Egg Panther kills Gavin, and I go to kill the Egg Panther. I'm not able to get there fast enough to kill him before he reloads, but his shot goes in my tracks, so it's no major loss. A 131 and a T-34-1 would be a pretty fair fight in a one-on-one. Like, they'd both come out with very low health, so they'd questionable who would win, but two 131s will just overwhelm a T-34-1. I'm also a lot more maneuverable, and with his bad gun handling, it just wasn't fair to have two 131s. We don't push down the B line into their cap, because there's both a T-32 and an IS-3, and potentially more up on the 0 line watching the B line, so we obviously don't want to push into that with our low health, so we decide that our best option is to go all the way to the south and go up the south side of the hill, clear out the hill, and come in behind those heavies. I try to line up the shot on the Dicker Max, but I'm not running a vert stab, and it takes a while to aim in. Dicker Max is 400 view range, but with the 131's light tank camo, I wasn't spotted, and probably wouldn't have been spotted even if I fired. Also drive right in because of rebel. Just gonna speed it up a bit, nothing to see for a while, just driving around. 131's nice and mobile like most light tanks, so moving around even through long paths isn't much of a problem. Now, this IS-3 had never been spotted, so I was actually surprised to find him coming up the hill. I don't know what he was doing the whole game. He can't have been doing much. I decided to just push past him and I started holding heat, but I ended up switching targets to the other tip, which is easier to finish off and less dangerous since he I leave killing it to Nakama, but I stop anyway. Again, using auto-aim, probably more than I should, but it doesn't really affect the outcome of the game much. Now, I should have just, jumped out and killed the T-32, but I wait for him to fire and it actually costs Nakama his tank. But I bounced my shot off his engine deck anyway, so it's possible I wouldn't have killed him in time anyway. At this point, we're going to cap out, but I want to get a bit of extra damage on the IS-3, so I hide behind the KV-4 corpse. And wait for him to go past. I'm loading heat because like, we're going to cap, so I try and get one more shot of damage, but I don't aim it well, and it goes behind him. So all in all, a very good game. for me at least. I do a lot of damage. Um, get a lot done. The 131's a great tank for stuff like this. You wouldn't normally want to start fighting with it so early in the game, but with 3 131s, we were down a lot of health as a team, so we had to push hard, and I think we made the right call. It actually should have come out worse than it did because of both running in both a Tiger and an AC-46, but right off the bat, but it turned out well.